Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Anime Podcasters. Today, I am back with my amazing musical sensation of a co-host in the anime music scene, Hotshot. How's it going, buddy?
It's going. I have headphones on for more than one reason today, apparently.
Exactly. So, today's topic, I'm so excited right now. We are doing a 2.0. This is a long time coming. Very long time coming. Super excited about this. Unfortunately, Ace will not be able to join us on this one. He was there on the first one. I'm talking about Anime Music 2.0. This is the bread and butter of what I love. And of what this channel's about what the JaianMusic channel is about. And I'm so happy. This is one of those occasions where I get to merge the podcast with the music, you know what I'm saying? And it makes me so happy right now. I'm very excited. I don't even know how we should intro this. You know what, Hotshot? Let's just go with this. You have 3 picks. What were the factors at play when you selected these songs?
Memorable. Honest to God, when it comes to songs for me, the songs that I remember the most and the easiest are theme songs or openings, especially. So yeah. all of mine just happen to be opening songs.
Right on. I totally get that. I totally see where you're coming from with that. For me, I got an opening in there, and I have another one that I have it for a very specific, unique, personal reason. And the last one, it just gets you right in the feels. So very different reasons for all of them. The first time around when we did this episode, what was particular about it is that we had the original soundtracks in there playing, and then we would speak over them. This time around, YouTube's copyright system, it catches that stuff, and it flags down the video, and we don't want that. So what we did this time around is we have a special defense mechanism. What are we doing exactly? What are we going to be listening to on this episode, Hotshot? Exactly?
Well, you said that you love the fact that you can combine your two loves, the music and the podcast. So we're using your music on the podcast.
Exactly. We're going to be using my cover songs. You see, over the years, I've covered many, many anime soundtracks because I'm a nerd for it. I love it. And so just to be clear, these songs are all covers. Okay? However, we're going to be referring to them as if it was the original playing. Okay? Because Hotshot loves them for the original. These are going to be like piano renditions, maybe synthesizer renditions. They're not the original soundtrack. And some of these, I produced them way back in the day, and my craft just improves and improves. I would say, listen ahead, but no, it's not the original. Okay? So, Hotshot, do you want me to crack the first one, or do you want to go first? I'm going to let you pick.
I'll go first on this one.
All right, go ahead. What is your first pick?
So, first pick, one that I probably got you into to do the song in the first place, because I had talked to you about the show. Me and Kyo talked to you about the show, is Resonance from Soul Eater.
God. Yes. Beautiful Halloweeny melody. I love this song. It's got a great rhythm, a great beat. It just goes hard from the start. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it just kind of gets you in the vein like what you're kind of in for, because it's dark, it's gothic, but it's also high energy. Like there's a lot of synth in it, for instance. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not really going to be that into getting the instruments or anything like that quite right.
No, this is going to be a very, personal how we feel about it podcast. We're not here to break down. Like the first time around, we kind of talked a little bit about the instruments, but it's mostly about what we personally enjoy about it,
But it does get me hyped. It is one of those theme songs that just gets me hyped for the show. I love this one a lot more than Black Paper Moon, which is the second opening for Soul Eater. Because when I think Soul Eater opening, I think Resonance, because they actually say Resonance in the show, and it plays a big part.
Right.
And I just like having that kind of tie into the actual show itself.
I see where you're coming from. So Resonance is the opening for Soul Eater. Like, that's what I know it about. But you're talking about another song. Are you saying that, like, halfway through the show, the opening switches?
Yes, because there's 2 seasons. A lot of times shows will switch songs because there's multiple seasons.
Okay. I didn't know it was a 2. I don't know. I didn't know that Soul Eater was based on seasons.
Yeah,
That's,
in your off time, search up Black Paper Moon, Soul Eater, and you'll know what I'm talking about.
Okay, I see. And this opening, I'm just curious to know, other than playing at the intro, does Resonance play at all in the series itself? Because, like, for example, in Tokyo Ghoul, Unravel plays at the very end of the season that it's an opening for. Do you see this song anywhere else?
You do, actually. In especially high pressure fights, like especially between Maka and Soul, it plays around there. And Black Paper Moon does the same thing too.
Okay, I see. That's really cool. I think it's a great way to support the storyline, because the thing that people need to realize here is, like, the first thing you hear when you hit play on an anime is the opening. You know what I'm saying?
Like, a lot of shows will also have cold opens before the opening.
Yes,
but if they don't, then the opening has to be the thing that catches your eye.
Absolutely. And this song, what a catchy chorus. You know what I mean? The lead is just, it gets you right from the beginning. It's so memorable.
Like, every time me and Kyo watch Soul Eater, we'll finish an episode and we'll go to shut it off, but then Resonance starts playing and we look at each other like, yeah, okay, one more.
Yes, okay, I see what you're talking about. Let me just end with this before I go to my pick.
Yeah, go ahead.
This song is very Halloween-y.
Very, extremely, yes.
You might see this song again in the JaianMusic roster for a special project I'm working for. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to leave it at.
Well, call me curious.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to go to my first pick here. This song is sad. And this song is from One Punch Man. The One Punch Man sad theme. Like, you know, Hotshot, take a moment and listen to it a little bit as I talk. You know, low volume on your headphones so it doesn't bleed through too much. You know, I'm just I'm talking as I'm listening to this song right now. This song is all about carrying on. That's what I love about it. It plays very occasionally in the show, and it's got different renditions. You got the piano rendition, you got this like acoustic guitar rendition, and it's always during very emotional moments. And I just love the way this song pulls at you. You just feel the emotion through every single note. You just feel like the minor key of it and the ambiance that it forms. And when I made this cover, what I really enjoyed about it was that it was quite simple to rewrite, and it was quite simple to orchestrate and to choose the instrument for. You know what I mean? I was like, you know what? Just piano rendition. Keep it simple. But, oh, what a gorgeous melody. It just keeps on coming in, and you just want to listen to every single note. What do you think of this song? Have you heard it before in the series, Hotshot? Does it recall anything for you?
It does not recall anything, no.
Okay.
The reason being, with me, I see One Punch as more of a zany, upbeat, like crazy comedy shonen.
Right.
So I don't really attach sadness to it. I'm sure I've heard it in the show somewhere, but it hasn't stuck with me long enough to be like, oh yes, I remember the song, because I'm always looking for like the next guy Saitama's gonna punch.
Right.
I can respect where it comes from, and I can respect like why it means so much to you, but it doesn't strike any kind of chord with me personally.
Totally understand that. But let me ask you this in that case. Considering you can feel like why this would be a sad theme. You see, you feel me?
Yeah, but that's also because I'm listening to a piano cover.
Of course. For me, this speaks to how we can think of One Punch Man being one-dimensional because the guy's got one punch, he's gonna kill everyone in a single punch. You can kind of perceive the anime to be that way. Songs like this is what I feel like gives depth to the anime, because when we think of heroes like Mumen Rider, this is a song that plays during Mumen Rider fighting the Sea King when he's trying to get back up and attacking, and it's too hard for him. Do you see what I mean when I talk about how this song itself brings depth to the anime?
I see with that, because the depth that I get from One Punch, like when it actually needs to portray depth and emotional moments, it comes through a lot with the supporting characters like Mumen Rider. Because, yeah, you're right, it's a hopeless fight. That's why according to you, this song plays while he's fighting the Sea King. And that tracks, because it's like, I'm going to die, and I'm okay with that, but I will not let you hurt another human being. Like that kind of thing. That kind of hopeless struggle that a hero is fighting a overly powered villain. The draw to the show for me, like what saves the show, like you're right. A lot of people can draw that One Punch is one-dimensional because Saitama wins everything in one punch. But the strength from it that comes from the other characters. They can't win everything in one punch, and Saitama can't be everywhere at once. So all their fights are still struggles. So that's what does it for me. That's what draws me to the show.
Right. I see what you mean. Like the just to conclude on, this song is so beautiful, and I want to cover it again. What a beautiful song. But I wanted to get back to also when you were talking about when they were fighting. It's specifically when Mumen Rider gets back up after being knocked down, this song plays as he's like struggling to get back up and like trying to like keep pushing to defeat the Deep Sea King. So
yeah, no. When you said that, it did remember with me, or did strike a remembrance. But it's still one of those songs that I'm not going to remember much. I'm going to remember Mumen Rider more than I'm going to remember the song.
Very fair. Hotshot, let's go to your next pick.
My next pick means a lot to both of us, actually.
Mm-hmm.
My next pick is partially what kind of inspired your nickname. That, your name's Jaian, I call you Jaden because it's easier to call. But it's also because of the name of this main character, and I can't help but think of him every time I say your name. We're doing Get Your Game On from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
Oh, banger! This song is a banger. I love this song. I love you for picking it.
I've always loved this song. Like, when I was a kid, at the very least, I loved Yu-Gi-Oh! GX more than I loved the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I loved Jaden's deck, especially, and because it made sense to me. It was a school of duelists that were teaching you how to play duel monsters professionally, and Jaden's deck was full of elemental heroes, like superheroes. And I love that about it because, I'm a hero whore. And this song, listening to it before the show started, would always get me super hyped and super ready. Like, come on, get your game on. Like, I would be bobbing my head singing to it. Like, this is one of the rare things that 4Kids did right in my childhood.
For sure. Sometimes you're just chilling out with the crew in the schoolyard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're finding trouble, but never looking too hard. You see what I mean?
You're doing the song, aren't you?
Well, back at class, they never taught us this. Some things you got to learn hit or miss.
Yeah, okay.
Okay? Tough times, hard climbs.
You made your point.
We'll take them on together, Hotshot. Right now.
Game on.
Let's go.
Game on.
Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Generation Next.
X.
Game on. Get your game on.
Game on.
Come on, you better play your cards right. Game on.
Okay, just stop saying the actual song, Jaden, please. I beg of you.
We'll make
you will
the
ruin
grade
it.
And
you
win
will
this
ruin
fight.
this for me.
We'll make the grade somehow. Yeah.
I gave you too much power.
Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
I gave you too much power picking this
Game
damn
on.
song.
Get your game on. Come on, yeah. Better play your cards right.
Jaian, you're not reading a haiku for English class. Shut the hell up.
Come on and get your game on.
So we're picking worst anime songs ever, right?
I just wanted to do a haiku poetic breakdown of this song. Okay, lyrically this song is, it is what it is.
That's why it comes with the beat. It's a song. It's not meant to just be spoken. I'm not saying the lyrics are something phenomenal, but I'm saying it means a lot to me in my childhood.
I want to thank the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX opening for creating the most awkward minute of podcasting I've ever been a part of in my life.
You didn't have to do that.
I did, though, because content.
I gave you too much power with that. Anyway, anything else you have to actually say that aren't lyrics?
I mean, honestly, this song is just, it goes hard. The guitar solo is something else. We get this, like, sort of, like, glidey, glissando-like arpeggio of notes, and it rips. It's awesome. And what I like about this opening, it sticks on for the whole time. You know, like, they don't switch it from season to season. Maybe they change, like, the visuals, but the song stays there. It's like, it's a staple.
I think it's because 4Kids didn't have the budget to do a second song, but still, I get what you mean.
I think it's a staple, and that's why.
I want to believe you're right, but the realistic is 4Kids probably didn't have the budget.
I think it's because it's a staple.
All right, and I think it's because 4Kids didn't have the budget.
And I think it's because it's Jaian's story. And let's say Jaian was going on Snake Way, okay? And his child was training with Zayn to defeat the Saiyans. Maybe we should focus on the training because Jaian's only running on Snake Way, and that's not as entertaining as the training. You get me?
Really? Because I want to see Win Karibo fight Super Saiyan Vegeta.
All right. I'm going to go to my next pick. Oh, I'm so excited about this one. I'm talking about Neon Genesis Evangelion Cruel Angel's Thesis. This song is worldwide. This song is known by everyone. It is such a beautiful melody. You know, it came out in 1995, so this song is basically as old as us. It's absolutely beautiful. What I love the most about it is the composition itself, just how the melody flows. Have you heard this song before, Hotshot? I think I mentioned it to you at least.
You've probably mentioned it to me. Evangelion, even as famous as an anime it is, and how iconic it is, I haven't actually sat down with any of it myself, and that includes the music. So, other than you pointing it out to me once or twice in the past, no, I haven't actually heard it before.
I understand. This is one of those songs that transcends the anime fandom. This song is super popular at karaoke's. It's all over the internet. It's a meme. You know, it goes everywhere. It's streamed like crazy. It's extremely, extremely, extremely popular. And I think what's most amazing about this song is how catchy it is. I mean, listening to it, do you see what I mean?
I see what you mean. Yeah, it is catchy. It is seemingly upbeat just by like the tempo and the keys, but also a little somber because it is still Evangelion.
Yes.
And keep in mind we're listening to the piano covers, so I can't really get like the whole aspect of a song I haven't heard before. But am I anywhere close to the ballpark?
I think
like upbeat but still kind of somber.
Yeah. I think the perfect word for this song is hopeful. You see what I mean? Because Evangelion is a very dark story, and this song plays at the beginning of the anime as a way to set the tone of what's about to happen, right? Right. So, you know, once again, I really can't describe how popular this song is. It's considered iconic. It's part of the anime genre for years and years and years. You know, I'm reading here in a 2002 poll on the most unforgettable songs in the history of Japanese animation conducted by TV Ashi. The song was placed 55th, and it later moved on to 18th. You know. In 2016, 31 years after the release, the song was ranked top in a poll of favorite anime songs of the 1990s. You see what I mean? Like, we're talking about 30 years after this release, and this song is still getting, like, recognition.
Because it's iconic, and it's
really
a part of,
iconic.
and it's a part of one of the most iconic series made.
Right, absolutely. But I think that the song on its own stands. It's one of those songs that, if you're not a fan of the anime,
you can. I'm sorry to cut you off. You can have a really good show and a crap song and no one will care. Or the opposite can be true. You can have an awesome song and then the show is absolute crap, and you'll still remember the song. Like yeah, this was kind of ass, but do you remember the beat it dropped? It had no right of being that good with a show this bad. Like, I'm not saying that's Evangelion. I'm just saying that it's not always like because it's attached to a good show, people will remember it. It's because songs have to earn it in their own merit. And I feel like this one
Right. I see what you mean. Like I said, this song is no joke. Go listen to it if you haven't already. And if you haven't, have you heard this song before I mentioned it, Hotshot, ever?
No.
Oh, really? That's surprising to me.
At least if I haven't by name.
Okay,
like I might have and just don't remember it, but I can't tell you by name that I've listened to it.
I mean, once again, there's like a whole section on the wiki of this song about the commercial performance of this song, and you know, one of the most popular songs ever in anime is Gurinj, I think is how you say it, from Lisa. It's the Demon Slayer opening, the original opening. That song is super popular, and this song is like right up there with it. And it's got staying power. I mean, I just love this song so much. There's like, we could literally do a whole episode podcast on this song. It's that popular. It's that big. It's got that much depth. It charted everywhere. It's insane. So, yeah, had to mention that song. All right, Hotshot, it's your turn.
So this is coming from a series that a lot of people in the anime community don't really care for. Like, they call it too childish. They call it just focus on power, friendship. And in retrospect, yes, I get where they're coming from. I really do. I don't care what you say. I love this song and I love this show. This is the main theme from Fairy Tail. If I could say the real name, I would, but I can't, so I won't. But it's the main opening theme of Fairy Tail.
Yes. What a fantastic song. This is one of the songs that I flew under the radar for me for a very long time because of the reason that I didn't listen to Fairy Tail. But when you hear this opening, oh man, we are in a completely different universe. The melody is beautiful. The beat just gets at you from the get-go. Oh, I love this song so much. I mean, you must have, like, it's one of those songs you can literally, like, hum it in your head because of how popular it is.
To me, it rings like high epic fantasy and upbeat, like action-packed adventure, wild open area, and I mean, I was gonna say adventure again. It's basically like a role-playing game, but in a show, and I freaking adore it for that. And this music portrays exactly that, because this music gets me up, it gets me hyped, it gets me ready to go. And there's I want to say there's another song in Fairy Tail that I listen to a lot. It's a battle song. I can't remember where it actually comes in, or the name of it, unfortunately. But I do know this main theme also comes into the show a lot like Resonance does. But this one shows up quite a bit, like when the heroes are doing one big push against a bad guy.
I hear you. The original version, what I like about it is, like, you know, obviously we're playing the piano remake, but the original music, it's one of those few songs that has like really distorted guitar, like rock guitar and violin sharing the musical spectrum together. And what's beautiful about that is that it really sets you in the medieval, I would say, mood of Fairy Tail. This song is like the perfect example of like music setting a mood for an anime. You see where I'm coming from when I say that?
Yeah, because that's kind of what I was saying. It rings high epic fantasy adventure.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what Fairy Tail is.
Yes, very high epic fantasy adventure. I don't know why I didn't cover this song sooner because of how amazing it is. And I'm surprised the cover didn't blow up as much as some other of the songs I made, because this is a very, very popular song. It supports a extremely great anime series. What a fantastic pick, Hotshot. I can't knock it for sure.
Which, okay, you can choose to timestamp this or not, or leave it in the episode. Remind me after the episode. I'm going to send you a song that I really like that I know you haven't covered that kind of gives me along the same kind of vein.
Yeah, I'm not going to timestamp that. We're going to leave that in. Yeah, for sure. Let's please, I'm always open to suggestions. So if it reminds you of that song and of how much I love it, I'm in. I'm 100% in.
Okay, yeah, I'll bring it up after. But as far as Fairy Tail goes, I love this song. It gets me hyped, and that's really about all I got.
Fair enough. Very fair enough. Okay, I'm gonna go to my last pick. Yo, this song means the world to me. This song changed. I'm not like, I know I have a tendency to sometimes like hype up what I say. This song changed my life as a musician and changed the trajectory of my music making. And this song is very important to me. I'm talking about the Tapion theme from Dragon Ball Z. The Ocarina cover that I made. I'm going to talk about what I like about the song, and then I'll explain why it's so important to me. This song is very subtle in the way I covered it. It goes with the character Tapion. He is a Dragon Ball Z character that plays the Ocarina, and so when you see it, he has his own movie. It's not a canon character, but when he's playing that thing, it's mesmerizing is the right word. Beautiful Ocarina lead, and then we got these supporting chords coming in, and it just drowns you in this different vibe that I don't think anime music really goes to this side of things. Do you see what I mean as you're listening to it, Hotshot? Can you kind of see the mood that I'm describing? Really like the melodies building up and the layers coming together the further we get into the song itself.
I can start to see it, yeah, because it's starting to get to that build-up point for me in the video. I always like the kind of sweet and soft kind of tones of, like, say, an ocarina or a violin or something like that, when it's a character that can put you in the ground in the blink of an eye, or like this just really strong character with this really tough energy, but playing something like this delicate and soothing. Like, I love the contrast of that idea.
Absolutely. And to explain why this song means the world to me, if you go over to my channel, this song came out in 2017. I made it, and it was right before I decided to pursue my music studies very seriously. And listening to it, it's really not the cover itself. The cover I made is very mediocrely produced. Like, I could kick it up a notch way more if I were to do it again, like now. But the reason why it's so important to me is that this song got posted onto Spotify in 2019, and this is why I'm picking it last, because I want to end the podcast on this story. And when I posted it on Spotify, it's the cover of a character. It's a character theme song, which is like, it has that mark to it. It does have that popularity to it. It has its own movie. You see what I mean? Like, this song can kind of exist in the Dragon Ball universe on its own island. You get what I'm saying, Hotshot?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, okay. So when I posted it, I think it was the only version of that song on Spotify, because that is the only thing that could explain the popularity and the impact it had. When after this song was posted in 2019, it started getting like a few streams here and there. And to sum things up, I am currently sitting here on episode 148 of Anime Podcasters, and on my wall, I have a plaque saying that this song has over 1 million streams on Spotify. It is my most streamed piece of content that I've ever produced, and this song, in a way, really changed my life. It really put me on a whole new plane of existence that I, as a content creator, would never expect. A 7-digit stream amount on a platform. It's insane. And, the song itself is a cool song. I like it. It's not my personal favorite anime song of all times, but it really made an impact on me. And I'm so proud of myself. And it really touches me and it really makes me happy to share that with the podcast audience. What a full circle moment I'm currently living as I'm describing this to you, Hotshot.
I mean, it's well deserved. Like,
Thank
not
you.
even just for this song, but the rest of your covers. To even have a song that does have over 1 million plays. Like, I'm frankly a little surprised that this was the first one, but it was only a matter of time before any song got to that level in my eyes when it comes to your content. And the fact that this one does, though, and the fact that you are able to share that with me and the rest of the podcast audience really does mean a lot to me and show you how far you've come as a content creator.
It really means the world to me. Like, we started Anime Podcasters, almost 8 years ago now in 2023. And I remember making these songs
roughly
randomly and these podcasts randomly. And now we're getting to this level, and I feel like
now we're getting plaques.
What insane. So I think that's a great point to leave it on. Go listen to the actual movie though. Tapion as a character is very cool. I think he's very I wouldn't say suave, but like he's got his own vibe going on. Definitely. Have you ever heard of Tapion the character, Hotshot? I'm just curious.
I have not. And I haven't heard of this song prior.
This character, I think he's got a bit of a Trunks thing to him. You know how Trunks is a bit of a solo character? You see what I mean? Kind of has his own thing going on. He's not dependent on a group.
Yeah.
Tapion
kind of same deal with Tapion.
Yeah, kind of same deal. But nonetheless, a very cool character. So let's wrap it up here. My picks were the One Punch Man sad theme, Neon Genesis Evangelion Cruel Angel Thesis, and the Dragon Ball Z Tapion theme. What were your picks, Hotshot?
Mine were the main theme of Fairy Tail, Resonance from Soul Eater, and Get Your Game On from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
I want to say something before we wrap it all up. We got a little bit of time before we hit the time limit here on this episode. We were limited to only songs I've covered, so I kind of want to throw it over to you, and I have a pick as well, Hotshot. What is an anime song that you absolutely adore? We won't be able to play it, obviously, because copyright, but what is one anime song that I haven't covered necessarily? It can even be the one that you wanted to mention earlier. What is one of them that you wanted to mention on this episode?
I'm so sorry to bring this episode or this series up on another episode, like pretty much consistently, but it's We Are from One Piece.
Oh, I have to listen to that one, and I have to cover it.
And We Are is like the first theme song of the show.
Interesting. Very interesting.
It just gets me hyped up. It makes me feel like we're all part of the crew. And it just makes me happy, really. I don't have any other way to describe it.
Mm-hmm.
It just like kind of ignites that inner child of mine that like Luffy seems to embody, and I adore it for that. And that's one reason why I adore One Piece so much, is because I love a lot of their songs.
Right. No, I totally understand where you're coming from when you say that. I gotta go.
Just briefly. That was it.
For sure. For me, I mentioned it in the last anime music episode, but this song means the world to me. It's, this anime is still very special to me, although it's still not my number one favorite anime anymore. Dragon Ball has surpassed it. From Terror and Resonance, what a beautiful piano choral song that really hits you in the emotions. It's got this lullaby thing going to it. I re-listened to that anime music podcast, the first one we did forever ago. I'll bring up the episode number in a moment for you guys. But I love Vaughn. Do you remember me picking that one out, all Hotshot? Do you remember Vaughn from? You definitely listened to it because I mentioned it in the last anime music conversation.
It does sound vaguely familiar. Yes.
Yeah. So once again, one of those great tracks. And the I'm trying to find the anime podcasters anime music episode number. One moment. Google is not being kind. Episode 72 of Anime Podcasters, anime music featuring Jaian. This will be episode 148. So this was, oh my gosh, Hotshot. That was more than the half of the podcast. You see what I mean? Like we've doubled the amount.
We've more than 72. Doubled.
Oh wow, that time goes by way too fast, man. What? That's insane. Episode 72 of Anime Podcasters, anime music featuring Jaian. Go check it out. I don't know if we got hit with the copyright system. I've never played it back, but go check that out. So once again, thank you, everyone. Was there anything else you wanted to mention, Hotshot? I think we pretty much covered everything.
Yeah, no, that was all I got.
Okay, perfect. So for myself and Hotshot, this has been a very musical episode of
Anime Podcasters.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Hey, guys. Hotshot here. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of Anime Podcasters. We have over 100 other episodes for your entertainment found wherever podcasts are available, such as Spotify. We also release new episodes twice a month, so keep an ear out for us. You can follow the podcast at Anime Podcasters on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and JaianMusic's YouTube channel. Jaian himself can be found on social media at JaianMusic, as well as his own website, JaianMusic.com. Kyo, our artist for the podcast, can be found on Twitter and YouTube at GoProKyo, as well as his website, ccartgalleryportfolio.com. Murel can be found on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Reddit at Murel Koval. As for me, Hotshot, you can find me on YouTube and Twitter at Hotshot Ginger. As always, guys, thanks for listening to us. Hope to talk to you soon. Take care.